Hello and welcome to Sharing Your Great Practice. Now this week we're in Leicester, where I've been joining the pupils of the Lancaster School, where the teachers have been taking learning outside the classroom to entirely new heights. Take a look at this. These Year 9 boys have been taken to an outdoor pursuits centre to be challenged, inspired and sometimes scared, all in the cause of improving their creative writing skills.
Well, when the boys go outside and they're learning outside the classroom, they tend to get involved in activities that are a lot more fun for the boys. They get a lot more enjoyment out of it. They take ownership of their activities because they're involved in them, and it seems to create a better learning experience for the boys. And the evidence shows that they get better confidence, self-esteem, and their academic achievement improves.
These stimulating experiences on high wires, wall climbing and kayaking are just one way that the Lancaster School inspires its pupils to write more creatively.
It's more personal, you know what you're talking about because you've done it, you've experienced the work that you're writing about, so you know what to write about. You're thinking about it as you're doing it.
So right now, what kind of words do you think you'll be using to write about kayaking?
Freezing, difficult, different and hard.
Straight after having these experiences, whether they're high up on the ropes or on the water, the children are brought inside the classroom where they're immediately encouraged to talk about their experiences with each other and start the process of building up a wider vocabulary leading to their written work.
When you write this, you want the person reading it to feel the excitement that you felt.
If they don't see the relevance, they don't really see why they need to do it. And it's very difficult to engage them, or it can be difficult to engage them, if you don't try to base it in either the real world or their real experience. And also you can link it to something practical. The outcome of this is that they'll be writing an article for the school newsletter, and that will happen.
Huge emphasis is placed on expanding and reinforcing more sophisticated use of language.
The boys who first went through this programme are now in Year 11. So after they'd been through the programme, they produced work following the day that was above the national curriculum level that you'd expect. That was the first thing. So it seems as though whether it was the actual experience of writing and there was this long-term development of their language skill, or whether it was the confidence that came from being able to write in a way that they didn't think they could do previously that has led to this. But they're certainly on course to achieve their GCSE target now.
This sports specialism school has embedded learning outside the classroom into all areas of the children's learning. This isn't something that's dependent on using an outside facility.
You could use anywhere, your school grounds, local parks, theatres, museums, anywhere really. The beauty about an outdoor pursuit centre is not many young people get to try these activities often. Today's about creative writing, but we're also looking at a scenario where actually each individual pupil is developing as a person.
Each subject area chooses boys that maybe are underachieving in their subject area that they know have the potential to improve, but that the classroom-based experience they've had hasn't really impacted on them to get there. For a maths example, not just taking the boys outside of school, but in the lesson times we've used sport. So we've gone into the sports hall, we've had some basketball competitions. They've used the statistics from those competitions to draw data from and have graphs. And again, the boys have ownership of their results. They're not just getting them from the books. It makes it a lot more interesting for the boys to work from.
So if you want to use learning outside the classroom to raise achievement in creative writing, here are some tips from the staff of the Lancaster School. Any new experience can inspire a reluctant writer to write about their emotions and experiences. Make sure you're targeting the right pupils, not necessarily just the compliant ones. Have clear, well-planned learning objectives for every intervention so that you can measure the results. And don't forget to give learning outside the classroom high status within the school with governors, parents and pupils. And if you want to share your great practice or learn more about the series, then just visit the Teachers TV website.